My name's Joe Mabbott. I'm a recording engineer, producer in the Twin Cities. Also a technology department instructor at McNally Smith. I just wanted to talk a little bit today about the P.O.S. record. We just got released last week, did pretty good in the charts. He got #1 Best New Artist on Billboard, which is kind of exciting for him and for me. But yeah, we did a bunch of work here at the Hideaway. I did a lot of recording and mixing of the record. So I guess I'm just going to talk a little bit about that and what it is I do here. I hooked up with P.O.S. through Hideaway of all bands. It's all been a trickle-down effect ever since I started working with Atmosphere. I kind of started working with a lot of people in the hip-hop community. But Sean McPherson, another employee of McNally Smith, gave Steph my phone number, and he called me. He had recorded Ipecac Neat and needed a place to mix it, so we hooked up then. I did the mixing for his record there, and then it's been kind of a good relationship ever since. We've been working together on pretty much everything he does. Steph is the kind of person who does a lot of producing himself. This record, he produced half of it himself, making beats and things like that. So he'll do a lot of that kind of pre-production stuff at his house with his rig, and then bring it to me. We'll do vocals here at my studio and get everything kind of prepared and mix it all down. We worked on it for over a year. Obviously not solid. There was a lot of spotty time where he'd be out on tour and come back and do a couple more songs and leave again and come back and do a couple more songs. So, but it was the better part of a year, I would say, that it took us to work on it. So, and then one day we just decided that it was time to finish it up, and we worked pretty hard for about a week straight and got all the loose ends tied up and put it out there. So. It's really hard for me to pick out tracks because I don't get to listen to the record as if it was a record that I would listen to outside of a professional environment, because I'm so ingrained in working on it and dealing with it that all I think about is how I achieved a snare tone or how I made the kick drum sound or anything like that. So I don't know. I'll say Drum Roll. That's a song on that record, right? Drum Roll? Yeah, sure. I like that song. Steph likes to do a lot of live instrumentation and then chopping it up and looping it and things like that for his production style. And same thing with Laserbeak. Laserbeak did a bunch of beats on this record. And actually Laserbeak, who, for those of you who don't know, is also in the band The Plastic Constellations, who, R.I.P., aren't really doing anything anymore. But I've also done a couple of their records, and so what I do when we're done with their records is I give Aaron Laserbeak all the drum tracks just by themselves, and so that way they've got drums to sample and things like that. Steph has people play drums. I've played drums on his stuff, and then he just takes the files and chops them up however he needs to, and he's got, plenty of drummers at his fingertips. So it was a combination of actually studio recorded drums taken and chopped up and used in beats, and just drums that they've sampled from other places. So there's just a lot of complexities behind how we got it, because some of the stuff was recorded years ago and I don't remember how we did it half the time. So yeah. Let's walk around a little bit and give a quick tour of the studio.
Cool.
So the entrance to the Hideaway lobby area, my wall of some of the work I've done. Entranceway. We've got our vocal booth where a lot of vocals have been tracked over the years. Lots of different style microphones. Blue Bottle, Neumann M149. Total nerd talk right now for those of you engineering students and producing students. Lobby area, again, my friend Angie does this mosaic. It's beautiful. We're going to have a whole wall of it done in the performance room. Free piano on Craigslist, people. Come on into the control room. This is where I spend lots and lots of hours of my time in here. Lots of pretty knobs, lots of gear. Nothing but the best stuff in here. Manly API, Crane Song, Great River, Empirical Labs, Summit, all the good stuff. This is why I don't own a house. This is why I own a studio. Lots of speakers, big monitors, noise, Yamahas, Mackeys, and giant, ridiculous, high-motion audio speakers that sound amazing.
And so many cables.
I'll walk through here, watch your rooms here. Very open tile room. I use this a lot for drum tracking. Big rock drums, sounds good. I have a small obsession with collecting weird, stupid organs. Yeah, you can't have too many organs, I say. That's kind of the layout. There's a whole nother suite that we're building right now, but it's under construction, it's dusty, and it smells, so we're not going to go over there. And that's it. That's kind of my studio. I should mention, too, it's not just me here. It's Chris Blood as well, another technology instructor at McNally Smith. Chris and I have been kind of partners for about, I don't know, it's been going on 3 years now, maybe 4 years, that we've shared a space together. We operate pretty well together. So, Andy's a great engineer and a good guy. So. First, I've been playing drums since I was 2 years old, so that kind of was the gateway to engineering. I wanted to be in the music scene and be able to play drums, and this was a way for me to do that and make some money on the side and still stay in music. And now I don't play drums anymore. Now all I do is make and produce records. So, but you know, that's what got me into it, just being a musician. 10 years ago, if you were to tell me that I was going to be as involved in the hip-hop community as I am now, I would probably have said, no, I don't think so. I'll probably be in the rock community a little more, just because I was in a lot of rock bands and things like that. But yeah, I've grown to love and appreciate and really enjoy the hip-hop music. So I love all music, though. Really, you kind of have to be in this business. So it's any given day I might work on a rap record, and the next day I might work on a folk record, and the next day I might work on a rock record. So it just depends. You gotta have a passion for it, and if you work hard, you'll get someplace. It's just kind of a life lesson, anyways. So I don't know. I've been doing this for 15 years as an engineer now, and I still have a long ways to go. But I can't see myself doing anything else, and it's probably one of the greatest jobs out there. I get paid to make music. That's pretty impressive.